Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about Fallout 76, the whole trailers and things that were revealed at E3, and I'm going to go more in brief depth about like the things that we were concerned about, because I'm sure there's a lot of other YouTubers and journalists and all those other people going out and writing every little in-depth thing that we see. But let's tackle some of like the major things and some of the things that we've been like asking about and what we have questions and concerns about that were kind of answered in these trailers, as well as Todd Howard's interview after the conference. Overall, I say this conference was really well done. By far, Bethesda so far has taken the plate for me. I think theirs is the best one this E3 so far. But of course that's just my opinion, but they did a really good job. They were like, you know what, screw it, we're gonna tell you guys everything we're working on right now. We're excited for it just as much as you are, so why not we just tell you what we're working on. And so they announced Starfield, and they announced also Elder Scrolls 6, which no one expected, but the fact that they announced them, that took it away. I think they did a great job. Even throughout like the conference, they were just like making jokes about freaking Skyrim Very Special Edition, and they made like a whole freaking trailer like playing on the joke, knowing that like, you know, how it's being ported to everything and how Skyrim's coming out for every single system and console and stuff. And so they were just like playing on that like meme, and actually like made a trailer having to go to Alexa, into a refrigerator, into like literally every single appliance. Like that was honestly kind of funny that they did that, and they're playing on that. And even Todd even talked about how E3s are going, and even, you know, was upfront and honest that, you know, not everything works. And I thought that was like, you know, he was being up straight in front with that and saying, you know what, we make great games, and, you know, we got a lot of praise for what we do, right? But, you know, we also get, you know, smack, and we also, you know, and we deserve it, you know, when things go wrong. And so I like that they were kind of upfront with that. So overall, I think Bethesda's just been pretty much the most transparent here so far, but overall, great conference. But with Fallout 76, so what do we know, right? It's in West Virginia. The trailer looked great. It looks like a Fallout 4, but like better. Like it looks like a little bit more updated graphics, and you know, it looks kind of darker, some colors, and other colors a little bit more lighter. It looks like a lot more lush. There's forests. There's like places that weren't nuked really. There is already plants growing back and all that. So, with that being said, the world looks beautiful. It's 4 times bigger than Fallout 4, which everyone was like, oh my gosh, right? It's like 4 times bigger. And plus the servers, because this game is supposed to be an entirely online game. Okay, you cannot play single player, like, without running into someone else. You could go by yourself. You could play by yourself. You don't have to have friends with you, but you will run into other people at times. You could, like, other people would be in the same world doing, you know, hell's know what, with their own quests and stuff. And there is a main storyline. There is a main quest line, which I'm guessing you go out and do stuff for the Overseer and come back. But it's not a game where you can just not be offline. You can't be offline. It's always online. But eventually they did say that they might get some private servers up, so you could actually have your own worlds eventually if you wanted to. But they said that they're constantly going to upgrade and update and bring out new modes and stuff for this game as time goes on. They're saying that this game is supposed to be kind of like an ESO, where they constantly like update it and add more content to it over time for many, many years to come, is what they said. So it's not an MMO, which I'm really, really happy about. But it is an online game. No NPCs. They're all other players, real players, right? But there are other things that you can talk to. I mean, like super mutants and robots and stuff that will give you some quests and whatnot. But you could see the Pharaoh ghouls and all these enemies and all the mutants. There's super mutants in this game, though. A lot of people were speculating that, you know, super mutants didn't show up at this time. You know, the FEV wasn't over here in the East being used, and, you know, where's the Enclave? Would the Enclave be over here? Would the Brotherhood be over here? That's all out the window. There's no human NPCs whatsoever, but there are super mutants, apparently. So either they're breaking lore here, or they're like, oh no, super mutants were already here at this point in time, and maybe they'll give some explanation for why that is. But it looks like most of the story, most of the world is going to have secrets and mysteries that are going to be in holotapes. The robots will tell you about it. There'll be say in buildings and dungeons, and you'll read about it in terminals, and that's even what Todd Howard said in his interview, is that there's a lot of information and lore and stuff, but it's all not being told to you by NPCs. They're all like in the world, and you have to go search for it, and you have to like unlock all this stuff, which is kind of interesting and stuff. So overall, I have a lot of questions, obviously, but I think it's pretty plain and simple and straightforward. You can also build your bases as well. So you kind of like Ark, if you ever played Ark, you could build your own base, and occasionally, just like how Fallout 4 was, where super mutants or raiders would attack your base, right? That's what's happening, and according to the trailer, is by things attacking your base. So apparently once you build a base somewhere, there's going to be things that are going to try to kill it. I guess even NPCs could do it. A big concern a lot of people have is like, okay, if you can unlock one of those missiles, well, you could actually destroy the world if you wanted to, and like land missiles into the area. The question is, how many could you launch? How much can you destroy? Will it be rebuilt at some point? Like, will the world regenerate at some point and be back to the way it used to be, or will it be permanently destroyed? And that wasn't really, clarified during the presentation or the interview with Todd Howard. Like, what's going to happen? I know the world's going to change once you nuke a certain place, and it's going to be all, radiation and stuff. And there's more loot, and there's different things to get, and resources is a big thing too. Just like in Fallout 4, you're going to have to get a lot of resources to build, your buildings and your houses and your turrets and whatnot. So think about kind of Ark or 7 Days to Die or something like that. In that regard, we have to go out and get certain resources, bring it back so you could build it, right? Build your own base, and then enemies would come and attack it from either PvP side of things, or they would be, the actual creatures in the wasteland. And a lot of the creatures are from folklore. So we got the Batman, the freaking Mothman, or that's what it was, the Mothman. He's part of West Virginia lore, and they also have a few other creatures and stuff, which is nice that they implement that as well. But overall, they even have like this huge freaking missile thing that was in orbit, apparently crashed down to the surface and is like destroyed and whatnot. So there's a lot of like lore and stuff to like, find in this game, I bet. A lot of big buildings and cities, and you could bomb, and how many times could you send off missiles? And if someone destroys your home, like, how would you keep all the resources? Would you lose it? Could someone, kill you and take all your, like your power armor, your weaponry? Like, that's going to be kind of complicated, but they said that they want, some drama in the game with being able to kill other players, but not to the point where it's making the game unplayable or you hate to play it. Like, because, people stealing stuff from you, that would, make you feel like crap, right? So I guess they want to stay away from that, which is good. So we have to see what that's up with. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, post in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings. Overall, Bethesda's E3, fantastic. I am so hyped, especially since they also announced freaking Elder Scrolls 6 and all that. It was probably the best Bethesda E3 so far. The Fallout one a couple of years back was pretty good, but this one, they gave like equal time for every game. And I highly enjoyed it, and they even like cracked the jokes, and they were true to us and everything. It was a nice presentation, nice conference overall. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, are you excited? Post any thoughts, feelings, comments, anything I missed, post it in the comment section below. We have a lot to look forward to. There's also the beta that's coming out, so you guys might want to go sign up for that over on Bethesda.net and try it for yourselves, as they want to watch the game go smoothly on its release, on its launch. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I love your faces. Can't wait to see you the next one. Watch my theory series, and peace off! Thank you very much.